So now we're at when we met the second time?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start off.
Okay.
So I was staying in apartments in Grandview, and I had my kids and another kid with me, and I had on some workout clothes, and I didn't feel like it was skimpy until
Man,
I didn't feel like
she had
it
on
was
these leggings, Lord
leggings
Jesus.
and this little workout top, and it was hot in the summertime.
Woo.
Anyways, it was hot in the summertime.
Because the Weezer say pop.
And so, anyways, I'm walking the kids up the sidewalk on a bike. It don't matter. Anyways,
They was on some kind of big
strike
wheel
or something.
Yeah,
So my memory's right. So they was pushing them up the sidewalk to go up the sidewalk, and here come this big red. What was it? Tahoe, Yukon, or yeah,
those 23s,
with some rims on it. And instantly I clammed up, like, oh my God, I don't want nobody to see me. And so I kind of like clammed up, and then I'm like trying to get the kids to go. And of course they stop, and they stop right where he pulls his truck into. And I'm like, oh my God. And so he pulls in, and he actually gets out the car, and he stops and says something to the kids. And he was like, hey, how y'all doing? Whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, he didn't pay no attention to me. Like, he was just addressed the kids, and then didn't say nothing to me. And I was like, oh, okay. It made me feel good. Like, oh, okay, good. It's like he wasn't paying no attention to me. And so then I keep pushing the kids along. Like, okay, come on, let's go. And then
So I actually was coming from Colorado. I was trying to get back or trying to get into the acting scene. So I went down there to try to do a commercial shoot and all that kind of stuff. So did that, was getting my luggage out the car, like she said, was speaking to the kids. I saw her, I was like, whoop. But I had to let her know, like, yo, I ain't trying to push up on you. I want to get to the kids. You know what I'm saying? So I did that. I got my luggage. Yeah, right. I got my luggage out the car. I take it upstairs, go into my apartment, and man, I felt kind of
like a creep
for a minute, because I looked out the blind. I was looking at my blinds. I was like, and I can't. Did you look up there?
No, I never.
Okay.
I
was like, oh shoot, let me get out of here before she see me. So I got out the blinds, and I was like, man, I think that's Jackie. And I was like,
and see, I was trying not to look at the guy, so I never even paid no attention.
Yeah,
to who he was. I was like, damn, like
right.
I never even seen you.
I was like, man, I think that's Jackie. So I go to work the next day, and I email her, and I was like, yo, you stay in Grand Summit?
And I was like, yes, oh my God, guys, you remember that guy that used to come to my job and bring me food, and we went to Lookout Point and all that. And I was like, he just emailed me. He stays in the apartment complex next to mine.
Right.
So he's staying in this complex here, and I'm staying in this complex here. So, and literally we've been staying in those complexes for a year, and had never seen
saw each other.
And during that time, apparently we were both going through the breakup of a relationship. So then everything, our whole life was like kind of parallel to each other. Like we were doing everything.
I mean, literally, the bizarre part was, again, everything was all. This was God's design. I'm telling you, this wasn't nothing but divine power, because like we was going to work every day around about the same time, and I never saw this woman. I never
seen the truck. I'm like, how did I miss this?
I know.
Miss you speeding.
I know. It was crazy. And I had my music blasting too, so I was just kind of like, yo, man. Got home around about the same time and just never saw each other. And again, I just know it wasn't but God's the divine order, because
he intervened on that.
Oh, absolutely.
And then we had, but then it took us like 2 weeks before we met up.
Met up again.
Yeah, so it took us about 2 weeks before we met up. Even after that, you would think that we would have ran like next door and be like, nice to see you.
Yeah, but we never did.
But we did. And it took about 2 weeks, and then I think we emailed about like, you want to meet or something like that. And we met outside. And we met outside. We met outside. But it took about 2 weeks even from then to meet.
Yeah.
That is art.
That is it. But wait a minute, time out. No, it's not.
Uh-oh.
So let me tell you how we ended up as a couple.
Oh.
So we outside, we chilling, we talking.
This is after a while.
No, it was the next. No, it was.
It
It wasn't the next day. It was a
while.
little bit because we still was kind of filtering, kind of.
We've been on dates and
Yeah, all that stuff.
all that
stuff. So we was outside. We was just talking. It was summertime too. Still, so we outside talking, having a good time. Blah blah blah. And she was like, "You my man." No, what'd you say?
Said, you my boyfriend.
She was like, "You my boyfriend." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I was just kind of like, "Oh, okay."
We together.
We together. No,
Yeah,
that's what you said. That's what you said. Yeah.
I said,
She was like, "We together," and I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Yeah,
Boss.
I was like, "Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we are." And that night we went back, I was just kind of like,
had a good laugh over there.
like, dang, she just pumped it in a relationship, man. And so it was beautiful though. But I was just like, dang, I don't think I ever got pumped like that. But it felt good though. It felt good.
Yeah, because we went right into it.
Yeah, it felt good to be loved. It felt good to be wanted. It felt good at the time to be appreciated. And just to kind of start a new chapter that was something that was fresh, that was new, and that was definitely appreciated. You know what I mean? So it was one of those things where, man, it was definitely a blessing in disguise, man. Crazy.